Welcome back to the Youth Academy Road to Glory. It's January transfer window time. We moved into it at the end of the last episode and rejected a couple of bids for first team players, understandably so in my opinion. And we start today with a game in the FA Cup actually against Wolves. We would have certainly liked an easier draw for the first round that we're involved in the FA Cup. Third round, of course, when Championship and Premier League clubs get involved in that competition. We follow that up with Burnley away and Everton at home, which hopefully we can take some points from, having lost again by 3-0 again to Brentford at the end of the last episode after a run of a great... To be fair, the only two games we've lost since the beginning of December have both been Brentford. And we've had Chelsea in there and Liverpool twice. So for that to be the case, I don't suppose I can complain too much really, can I? Wolves away in the Cup, then Burnley and Everton today, and we'll sim Tottenham at the end of the month. Unless, of course, we somehow manage to beat Wolves and get through to the next round of the FA Cup, in which case the remainder of the episode or remainder of this month will be split into two. We shall wait and see how things transpire. I'm not anticipating beating Wolves, to be honest. They, in the Premier League, are having, I think, a half-decent season. Wolverhampton Wanderers are not in the Prem? I don't remember Wolves getting relegated, do you? That's a surprise. I definitely didn't expect Wolves to be in the Championship. They are having a very good season in the Championship, but maybe this might be then perhaps a slightly easier tie than we thought it was going to be. Alexander Nubel in goal for Wolves, Johnson, Lindelöf, an 87 rated Jurrien Timber and an 84 Cucurella, Noah Lang 84, Rutter 85, Gonzalez 85, McKennie, Kashvili and Lamina in the midfield as well. That would be one of the stronger teams we'd played in the Premier League, let alone a team that's in the Championship in this save somehow. It is odd, the sort of sides you see get relegated sometimes, isn't it, with Leicester and Brentford in the Championship last year for us, with us. You notice a number of changes to this starting lineup. I still want to go through in the FA Cup. When I saw how strong they were, I thought, bollocks to it, I'll still rotate a little bit. Connick, Novak, McDonald, Castro and Lavery and McMillan into the 11 for this fixture. We do still have a number of players in the squad that are only a couple of ratings behind those ahead of them in the 11. So it's not too out of the question and too weakening of the 11 to play them in a game like this. With McMillan only a couple of ratings lower than Barry Knox and Castro only 3 or 4 ratings lower than Bustamante, etc. Lavery's only 3 lower than Craig Murphy. We still... Well, I'd have expected to lose this game with my full strength side, so I might as well give some fringe players a game when I don't think that's actually going to affect the overall outcome of the result. Castro, look at the run of Novak. Phillips in. And here comes Kai. Connick! That was travelling. That was on its way in. Wow. Kai would have been an absolute hero there if that flies into the top of the net. Jeez Louise, that was an excellent strike. Samaras has won it back as well, and the pressure continues. Wolves might have an exceptional 11, but it appears at the minute that they are just an 11 and not really that much of a team. They're obviously having a great season in the Championship, but that's just because they're that much better than anyone around them in the league. But if they're playing like this, then absolutely I can understand why they did actually get relegated last season. Novak now, but wide of the target. McMillan and Samaras. He's onside here. McDonald, as the defender, dropped to try and deal with Kai, who's in. Connick, brilliant save by the feet of the goalkeeper. We are, despite being significantly lower rated, the better team so far in this game. Cucurella trying to deal with the runners all around him. It's going to fall kindly for me. Novak looking for Kai, who spun his man brilliantly. Kai Connick puts it over the bar. Chances are flowing for us here. That's opened up a bit there. Oh, Novak's in. He's fooled the defender. What a save from Nubel. How has he kept that out? We could easily be 2 or 3 goals to the good in this game. Oh my God, Samaras went for an overhead kick. Jesus Christ. And Kai is here. Oh, can't believe it. Get to that. Christ, it's a broken skull for both players. Oh, I was going to say, how's your touch? Not bad at all. Novak. And actually knock this back here. And Roy. And Kai. Nubel is really good, it seems. Roy's delivery. Yep. Nubel's really, really good. Mitch's header on target. Destined for the back of the net. Stopped by the keeper once more. Get to that first, get to that first. Oh, I'm not going to. Chavez, Lamina, Cucurella, Noah Lang. You can see at times Wolves show glimpses of their quality. That's actually going to stay in play. Oh my God. What a save from Richardson to keep it out and keep it on the pitch as well so that they don't get a corner. Spinning along the line. I'm saying they are showing glimpses of their quality, Wolves, but I've got quality I can bring on off the bench. Surely Nacho from here. Here comes the fullback. Novak. Salinas. At last. Never have we deserved a lead more in a game of football than we do here now. McDonald with the goal. Salinas with the assist. And we are through in the FA Cup. I don't see them coming back from this now. McCloskey. Ferreira. Wolves surely now have got to press and try and get themselves back in it. Salinas. Samaras. Keeper's back in his position. But we could have made it 2. We deserve a 3-goal lead in this game, the way that we've created chances. And Wolves, whilst they're having an exceptional league season, and probably will find themselves back in the Premier League next year, they have not been at their best today. But they still might, although now with one possession back, they hopefully won't find an equaliser. They've got the quality in personnel to score a goal, but the actual capabilities of them on the pitch in today's game has not been there. It feels like real-life Chelsea, where they've all the talent in the world, but they just can't seem to do anything with it when it comes to actually putting in a coherent footballing performance. Oh, that would have been sensational. But Nico Gonzalez puts it over the bar. That potential assist from Jorginho Rutter would have been disgusting. But it's not to be. And we are through to the 4th round of the FA Cup at Wolves' expense. Thank you very much. We earned that. We deserve that. Well, here's a conundrum. Alexis Roy is in the starting lineup for me at the minute, but a certain Manchester United have come in for him. They've seen the potential talent, and the side that's top of the table would like to sign my 69 rated man that is only going to get better. I will try and get some more money for him, purely because he's worth it, but I have to still at the same time ensure that I let this deal go through, because absolutely there's no way that I could, even though we're in January, I can't not negotiate this. 4.1 is their final offer. To avoid risking it falling through, I will accept, and Erik ten Hag has his man. It's fine, we've got plenty of depth in that area in the squad, so we can deal with that without an issue. We'll see if he's still here by Burnley, but if not, then we've got everybody we could possibly need. In fact, even higher rated players that could go in there. Burnley with Muritz in goal, as was the case yesterday. A couple of changes for them, although the back 4 is the same. Brownhill and Cullen still in midfield. Cherlinov on the right, Matagani and Scott Twine on the left, with Kasper Dolberg up top. So a slightly different looking attack for them. With Cole Palmer on the bench, Reece Nelson also dropped for this one. But certainly, Burnley are still a decent team, and we only just managed to scrape the point against them last time we played them. So after avoiding defeat at home, I'd like to also avoid defeat away. After a strong performance against Wolves, though, we have to be kind of confident that we can actually get the job done here. Is unsurprisingly McDonald now out on the right-hand side, with Alexis Roy leaving us now to go to Manchester United. It's a shame that it happened to be Manchester United that came in for him, but I'm sure you all understood exactly why I accepted that transfer bid. Another Burnley corner already inside 10 minutes here at Turf Moor. This one they're going to take short. Scott Twine leaves me for dead. Puts it in the middle, and Murphy clears well. Cullen. Artagani. Ah, nicely played. Richardson's there, but the luck isn't with us on this occasion. And Martijani makes it 1-0 to Burnley at Turf Moor. They're 7 points above us in the league, I think. That might be 10 by the end of this game. Cherlinov. Need to get across or look for support. It's well worked. Dolberg. Oh, defender went for a brave diving header, but actually that was the wrong thing to do there, and it very nearly ended up with them scoring a second goal. Get there. Well up, Bustamante, and Salinas has done brilliantly. And off down the line is McDonald. Has he got the legs on Ekdal? It appears so. Back there into Ferreira. He's done well. Samaras, sorry, has space. Oh my god, and so does Fleming. And now here's Barry Knox from left back. It's a good save by Murit. Not necessarily the go-to man I would want in that situation to try and score a goal, but he had enough space to do something with it. Corner Burnley. Cherlinov to deliver from that far side. And it's not bad. It's flicked on, and that could go anywhere. The hacked clearance half works. Ekdal, the centre-back, loses possession there, and we'll try and catch him on the counter. I'll go for the switch here, actually, looking for Fleming. Josh Brownhill at centre midfield, tracks back nicely, saw the ball, or the pass, the play developing, and went and sorted it out. Knox, I need Fleming to stay with me here. Edwards has actually gotten himself in a great position. Fleming will keep going, we'll look for him. He's beaten the offside trap. Fleming's in the box here. Fleming! There's an equalising goal for us in front of those travelling fans. Fleming has not scored many, but he is growing nicely this season. And just as we left it into the second half to score against Burnley last time, we've scored in the second half against Burnley again. It's loose from Burnley. Edwards will look for Fleming. Good touch. Decent enough turn. Bustamante looking for Edwards. Salinas around the corner. Nacho's in. Nacho to win it for us, which he's done. Left it late against Burnley again. This time it's for the dub, not the draw. We will win at Turf Moor. Rhymed and it wasn't necessarily supposed to. Nacho has actually not scored for a few games now, so to get him back on the score sheet is particularly pleasing. And to do it with such a positive outcome as a result of it as well is even better. 3 points on the board for the Phoenixes. Brownhill out wide nicely. It might not be 3 points. Burnley want their equaliser. And they will not come closer to getting one without having the ball go across the line. That would have been no less than they deserve, if we're honest, for their overall play, Burnley. And they'll be devastated that they haven't taken a point from this game. Oh, sometimes you need luck to go your way. And on this occasion, it genuinely has. And we've been able to steal 3 points from Turf Moor after stealing a point back at home. And I think actually the match facts were very, very similar yesterday when we played Burnley back at Patreon Park. They had 3 times as many chances as us, but we've taken our chances and they haven't taken theirs. That might take us a little bit further clear in the league of the relegation zone. Nope. Still only 6 points. The pressure is absolutely still on. We can't feel safe at any point so far this season. Bustamante now 74 rated and peaked. So his development will stall for the time being. Wonder if the next round of the FA Cup's been drawn yet. It has, and it's Queen's Park Rangers away. Okay, so we'll end with Everton today. And then tomorrow will be QPR, Tottenham, end of the transfer window, West Ham, and hopefully another round of the FA Cup. Let's bring Everton to Patreon Park and try and get something from them here as we see Ren Yamada go out on loan for 2 years to Poland. Everton's lineup then. Yassine Bunu, Bono in goal, Ortega, Bornau, Unio Nunez and Beruatu. Calvin Phillips sat holding in their 4-1-4-1. Kubo scored against us last time. Ruben Neves, Haidara, Ekatike, and who was it on the left? It's Lino. We've got Ollie Watkins on the bench, William Carvalho on the bench, James Garner as well. Everton sat 7th in the Premier League and pushing for a European spot. That is out of our reach at this stage of our time in the Premier League. This obviously only our first season at this level. But that is the ultimate goal. European football, Champions League football, and hopefully a Premier League title as well. We won't feel like we've been truly successful with this save if we don't get at least either the Premier League or the Champions League. I don't think at Chesnoid FC 2 years ago that we won the Premier League or the Champions League. I can't recall, but I don't believe we did. Is he going to give a pen? Aidan McDonald booked, and a penalty for Everton here. I just tried to block the ball across. He's fallen over me much later than contact with the ball. Right, that's unfair. I don't think that was a pen. He's lofted it into the back of the net with a cheeky penalty, and Everton lead at Patreon Park. That was naughty, and from behind, and he's going to be in trouble here, Kubo. He's going to get sent, isn't he? That is a straight red card for Takefusa Kubo, just moments after Everton had gone 1-0 up. Barry Knox turned, and Kubo's just wiped him out from behind. Nowhere near the ball. Absolutely a straight red card, and Everton are a goal up and a man down inside 15 minutes. Inside 10 minutes. Corner Everton. Ruben Neves is going to take this short to Lino. He's beaten his man. Oh, it's an excellent save. Thankfully, defenders on hand to get rid of it. Otherwise, that would have been two. That's a nice attempted touch by Haidara that isn't quite going to come off for him. Oh, they're getting a little bit lucky at the minute, Everton. Very lucky indeed. He's offside. Thank the Lord. They don't deserve that. That was just so jammy. Ferreira, McDonald. Come on, let's take advantage of their 10 men now. Edwards is in behind here. Tom Edwards. Brilliant. Our potential future Gareth Bale is well on his way to being that calibre of player. 81 rated. Potential to be special tag still intact. Knocks down the line. Fleming running down an alleyway that had no end in sight. Or no way out in sight, should I say. The end was right in front of him. Fleming with a dink. Edwards with a header. Terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Corner for the Toffees. Less than half an hour to go. Still 1-1 here. We haven't really made our extra man advantage work in our favour too well. Bustamante's tackled that nicely, though. But to be fair, you can see how defensive number-wise they're still very much at full capacity. They've adjusted as best as they possibly could, really, for the red card. And as a result, it's still been quite difficult to try and do something against them. That said, Tom Edwards very, very nearly scored a fantastic goal. He met that volley so sweet, but it just had too much spin on it to find the corner. Plosky. Salinas, you can see the run of Ferreira, the right back, is going to need support. And it's arriving on this far side from Fleming. He brings that down, has his shot blocked. McMillan recovers possession. There's so many men in the box. We just need to find one of them. It's just over Salinas. And with less than 20 minutes to go, I don't really see us getting anything more than a point out of this at the moment. Now it's their fullback that's getting forward, Beruato, but our fullback that was previously forward is now back. And right place, right time. Lovely interception as well. Bustamante will get that out to McCloskey. He's got the legs. This really has. Really genuinely has got the legs to get away. Edwards. Fleming. We're in. Fleming wins it for the Phoenixes in the 89th minute. Two late winners today for us. Scenes at home here. And the 10 men of Everton, who have held on very, very well indeed, just can't quite hold out to ensure that they avoid defeat. That is going to send the fans into absolute disarray in the stands. And Fleming, who hadn't scored all season, now has two. Just run straight into Fleming. who won us the game. And, that was not where that was meant to go. Don't you even dare. That ball was supposed to go all the way upfield, and he hooked it towards the middle. Ollie Watkins off the bench. Keeper is up here. Ekatike will take the corner. Uh-oh. Oh, Ollie Watkins was underneath it. Strike blocked. Ferreira, that hit a hand. That will be game. Oh, my God. Just as was the case against Burnley, a late winner, and still we nearly didn't get the dub. Both Everton and Burnley will be severely disappointed not to have taken anything from either of those games. Again, less chances created by us than our opponents. Burnley do bounce back with a win against Nottingham Forest. Manchester United beat Leeds in that derby game. That's a huge 3 points for us. We've got the FA Cup 4th round coming up. But to get that win was... To get the win against Everton and the win against Burnley has given us 4 extra points. We would have been 5 points to the drop. We are actually 9 points clear of Crystal Palace now. That said, everybody but Forest below us does have a game in hand. And we do have some particularly difficult games coming up in the calendar. Tottenham is our next league game. And then March is Arsenal, Chelsea and Manchester United. Which is going to be tough, to say the least. So ultimately, we have to pick up the points whilst we can. And I am happy to let Novak go out on a short-term loan to Monza to hopefully rekindle his career. Join me tomorrow for Queen's Park Rangers. He's 77 now, Murphy. Join me tomorrow for Queen's Park Rangers for Tottenham for the transfer deadline day drama, which was short, will no doubt unravel as time goes by. And then West Ham and Southampton as well. So depending on if we beat QPR, there might be another FA Cup game as well. But at least QPR, Tottenham and West Ham tomorrow, and then hopefully an FA Cup tie after that. We're looking good in the league now. We're looking very good. But with that run in March, until we get past that, we can't say that we're safe. The gap is still 9 points, with everybody having played 23 now. We've done really well so far, but we have to see it through. Join me tomorrow.